Hello, my name is Charles Webster Baer, and I'm in Redmond, Oregon, USA. And today is October 1st, 2025. And I'm running for President of the United States of America in 2028 and 2032. So please vote for me. Thank you very much. I'm running as a libertarian, and a libertarian means I'm for less government and more freedom. And when I say I'm for less government, that means I feel that America should have a balanced budget amendment, and as long as as long as we're in debt, we should every annual federal budget should be less than the previous one. So I think that it should be the law that as long as America's in debt, that every annual federal budget should be smaller than the year before. So I think that the American government needs to shrink every year until we're out of debt. So that's my opinion. And I think it should be law. I think it should be balanced budget amendment. And I think that if Congress is unable to do that, then they'll be breaking the law and they'll be fired. And then they won't be able to be reelected. And they'll be replaced. And the budget will just be exactly like the last budget, only 1 or 2% smaller. So, and of course, as a libertarian, I'm for total freedom of speech and total democracy, totally transparent, 100% freedom of speech, online, offline, 100% media freedom, 100% democracy, 100% transparency across the board forever. There's no gray area here. You know, it's very simple. And so that's where I'm at with that. As far as foreign policy is concerned, I'd be an isolationist, which means that the UN can handle it and we'll help the UN handle it. And wherever it is, it'll be a regional issue. And the countries that are involved will deal with the UN, and the UN will help organize regional issues with the countries nearby, and so will the IMF. They'll work together to deal with that. I also want to create a crypto for the American government and an AI for the American government. And the crypto and the AI would be completely transparent and the crypto that the American government would create, every unit of currency, cryptocurrency, would be you'd be able to track it. Everybody everywhere will be able to track every unit of currency all the time, forever, including the entire history of that unit of currency. So this would be a completely clean form of money because there wouldn't be able to be any corruption or tax evasion or anything, because everybody would know exactly where the money is and where it came from. And this would be the best form of currency because it would be clean. It would also be the best form of currency because it would be fair. We don't want people to lose faith in the monetary system. And so in order to have people maintain their belief in the monetary system, it would have to be fair. And that would mean that there would be a roof and a floor. The roof would be $1 billion American dollars, and over time that roof would come down. And the floor would be, you'd have enough money to afford water to drink and food to eat so you don't die. And the floor would rise over time. So it would be the best currency because it would be clean, transparent, and fair. You can't have too much money, multi-billionaire, and you can't have not enough money. I'm starving. So this would help people maintain their faith in the monetary system, because if people lose their faith in the monetary system, then there goes the monetary system, and that would be an unpleasant experience. So that's why I think you should vote for me, Charles Webster Baer, for President of the United States of America in 2028 and 2032. Thank you very much. So, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Charles Webster Baer. I'm 56 years old. Don't have any kids. Don't have any wives. Don't have any ex-wives. I was born and raised in Santa Cruz, California. I went to high school in Newport, Rhode Island. In 1994, I graduated from the University of Hawaii at Hilo on the Big Island. And I spent some time in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And in 1999, I moved to Portland, Oregon. And in 2000, I created Global Internet Government, GIG, which is my world government. In 2007, I moved to Bend, Oregon. In 2014, I moved to China for 3 years to teach English. In 2019, I moved to Redmond, Oregon, and I'm still here. And so that's me. I'm a Buddhist. And if I was to summarize Buddhism in one sentence, I would say that I think that Buddha said this one sentence: if the universe does not exist, then you are the soul. So that's how I look at Buddhism. And so that's me. And I also want to talk about something called depopulationism. Okay. Depopulationism started in China in 1979, and it was called the one-child policy. And I became a depopulationist in 1985 when I was in high school. And depopulationism has always been my number one priority and my number one goal globally. I think the entire planet needs to become a depopulationist planet immediately. And so if I'm president, that'll be my number one priority, is turning the whole planet into a depopulationist planet. So let's look at the definition of the word depopulationism. The definition of the word depopulationism is that it is illegal for a human being to reproduce a second time for the first few centuries of this millennium. So yeah, it's the one-child policy. And we need to do that as a species real soon in order to save the planet. We need to create a significant, sustained, and immediate decline in the human population on Earth so we don't destroy the environment and ourselves with it. If we destroy the Earth's environment, then we die with it. If we kill the planet, we die with it. So right now we're on a suicide course, which is the wrong course. Right now, the number of people on the planet, 8 billion plus, is going up, and that's the wrong direction. The correct direction is for it to go down, because then we can arrive at a sustainable number of people on the planet. And nobody knows what that number is, and that's a number for future generations to determine. I'm going to guess it's like 2 or 3 billion, but yeah, so that's depopulationism. And in the past, people could ignore this issue, but that's no longer socially acceptable. Depopulationists are part of the solution, and non-depopulationists are part of the problem. So depopulationists are people who are able to understand what's going on, and non-depopulationists are people who are A, too stupid to figure out what's happening, or B, they know what's going on but they don't care, which makes them evil, or C, they know what's going on and they approve of it, which makes them insane. So depopulationists are obeying the law, and the law is don't kill Earth. Non-depopulationists are breaking the law by killing Earth, and so they're criminals. And so the only legitimate form of government is a depopulationist government. Because if the government isn't depopulationist, it's an illegitimate government because it's killing the planet, which is against the law. The law is don't kill the planet. So today, every government's illegitimate because it's breaking the law, except for global internet government, which is my own personal world government that I created 25 years ago in Portland, Oregon. So that's me, Charles Webster Baer. Please vote for me, Charles Webster Baer, for President of the United States of America in 2028 and 2032. And if you want to email me, you can email me at depopulationist@gmail.com. And you can also email me at subductionventures@gmail.com. And so that's all I have to say right now. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and peace.